So at the Henry Surtees Foundation, we have now worked with 10 different air ambulances across the UK, and we first came across the Blood and Board project, which was through partnership with Kent, Surrey, Sussex, because as a charity we're based down in Kent. And it's such an important project, the Blood and Board project, and we really saw that firsthand from sort of visiting Kent, Surrey and Sussex Air Ambulance, speaking with a lot of their experts. And for us, it's such an invaluable project because as a charity, what we focus on is partnering with other organisations and individuals and supporting individuals' rehabilitation back into the community when they've suffered from accident or injury. And this really represents, the Blood and Board project represents the really initial and kind of acute stage of that. So Blood on Board is really all about providing the support at the site of the injury straight away to obviously, firstly, help to prevent death from injury, but also, really importantly, to help save more of the person when they do have an accident or an injury. So for us, it was a little bit of a no-brainer because it, works really well with our charitable aims. And when we were approached by Northwest, we were really happy that we could help with their Blood and Board project. Well, it's really difficult for me to say because obviously I'm not an expert from the air ambulance, but this Blood and Board project will obviously go to the most severely injured within the area that the Northwest Air Ambulance supports. So, that reach is literally hundreds of thousands of people. So I think that in terms of the reach of this project, it's absolutely massive. And when we've had figures back from other air ambulance charities in the past, you're looking up to potentially between 50 and 100 people per year that are having this life-saving equipment used on them, and those are those potential lives saved. So, it can make a real difference to people's lives. Well, I think in the UK in general, one of the biggest amount of accidents that they respond to are road traffic accidents. And obviously, we have a very sort of high density of quite dangerous roads in the UK. So, for that particular area, the Northwest, the areas of the Northwest Air Ambulance cover, obviously that does cover quite a vast area. So yeah, absolutely, it's going to be something that is predominantly used, I would say, for road traffic and serious accidents, but obviously not just for those types of accidents. It's a real range. What people don't often realise is that the air ambulances, although they do receive some funding from the NHS, they are charities, so they do rely on donations, which is why you often see them at sort of supermarkets, and they have a great kind of network of volunteers that help raise money. But really, the majority of their services are funded through either organisations such as mine, which is the Henry Surtees Foundation, and grants that we would give to them, and other, there's many other organisations that give them grants and donations. But actually, a lot of the day-to-day service is actually publicly funded by people giving donations in places like supermarkets, service stations, setting up a monthly subscription, give a monthly donation, obviously leaving money in their will. So, these services are so vital. So if there is a way that people can find a little bit of extra cash, which I know is always a challenge, but, this is also a service that, God forbid, but, we may all need one day. And obviously we want to make sure that we can keep it for future generations, as they are charities. It's really vital that we support them. Say that we're, really happy that we've been able to partner with Northwest Air Ambulance. Our most recent air ambulance that we've just partnered with is Northern Ireland. So we are, gradually able to kind of spread the support out for this particular Blood on Board project, which I think is fantastic, that in a very, very small way that we can support the excellent work that they do.